Hey guys, George here from the F1 Chronicle, and the Austrian Grand Prix is on this weekend, so with that in mind, which drivers should you be looking out for during this race? Well, I'm going to give you 5 suggestions for drivers you should be looking out for in the Austrian Grand Prix this year. So let's dive into this, and let's first highlight Lando Norris. Oh, Lando Norris. There's definitely an argument to be made that the guy could have and should have won in Spain last time out. It didn't quite happen for him though. Not the best start, and also a poor pit stop for his second stop ended up making the difference. Whether he could have won in spite of that is debatable, but he definitely would have had more of a chance of holding on Max Verstappen. Austria is a good place for the Brit though. He got his first podium here in 2020. He is famous for his last lap Lando with that too. He's had some good results here over the years. I am hoping for at least a podium for him. I mean, the guy's definitely been more the bridesmaid than the bride this season, but he's been the closest driver to challenging Max Verstappen on a regular basis. He's been 1-2 with Verstappen in 5 of the last 6 races, I think. It's something like that. And obviously him getting his first pole position since 2021, only his second pole position in the sport ever last time out in Spain. We could see a repeat of that this weekend at the Red Bull Ring. What we're likely to see, though, is see the second driver on this list get a pole position or even a podium at this race, Sergio Perez. Oh, Perez. I always highlight him in this, and for good reason too. He's a guy definitely under pressure. I know he's signed that new contract with Red Bull. I know he's going to be there until the end of 2026 he signed on to. That seems ridiculous. I still can't believe they've done that, because ever since then, he's been terrible to say the least. He finished last out of the group of drivers, you know, in the top echelon of the sport, and by that I mean in the top 8, because the top 4 constructors are miles ahead of the rest of the field. But he finished 26 seconds behind Oscar Piastri, who is in a McLaren in 7th place, and Piastri had a poor qualifying as well. So yeah, I'm not really holding out too much over Perez, but it is a track where he's done all right here over the years. He recovered from getting all the way to 3rd last year, so at the end of the day, you know, he can do well around here, but he's going to need a miracle at this rate to do well, and the guy's under massive pressure. What's saving him right now is that Ricciardo and Tsunoda did quite badly at Spain, but I think that's probably the reflection of the RB car more than anything else. But yeah, next up I want to highlight Nico Hülkenberg. Ended up finishing in 11th in Spain, almost getting the point. He's a guy who does quite well in qualifying. This is a track where Haas has done particularly well in qualifying over the years. They've also had their best ever race result in Austria too, 4th and 5th back in 2018. So there's every chance if Hülkenberg sticks it on it, in a top 10 position, he might be able to hold it, but the Haas car's not quite there in terms of performance, and even the Alpine has overtaken them really if you look at their actual pace. So yeah, there we go. Next up, I want to highlight Charles Leclerc. Now this is somewhere where Charles Leclerc has won before. He won in 2022. He came very close to winning here in 2019 as well. It's a good track for him over the years. He even got an incredible podium position here in 2020 when that Ferrari was a terrible car to handle. And I feel like he needs a good result. I feel like he's got a good result in him, and he was doing quite well to be chasing down George Russell like he was at the last race in Spain. So I feel like he's fired up, and I think him and Ferrari will have a better weekend this time in Austria. So definitely keep an eye out for him. And the last driver that I want to highlight is Alex Albon. Now, Williams had a terrible race in Spain, 18th and 20th. They qualified dead last before that as well. Albon starting from the pit lane, it honestly, it's just absolute write-off. As soon as they hit qualifying, as soon as Q1 was done, the weekend was a write-off for them. They had no pace. But, I'm holding out some hope for them. Maybe as a bit of a Williams fan. I mean, I'm a McLaren fan overall, but, I like to see Williams do well too. And I like Alex Albon. And this is a track as well that has suited the Williams car over the years, being a very slippy, low downforce track. I think it could suit their car a lot more than what Catalonia did. So I'm hopeful for a good result for Albon. Points, it's going to be difficult, but hey, anything's possible. This and Silverstone last year were some of the best tracks. So yeah, guys, there we go. 5 drivers to look out for at the 2024 Austrian Grand Prix. Who are you going to be looking out for this weekend? Let us know in the comments below. And of course, keep it here and keep it subscribed to the F1Chronicle.com for much more content just like this.